So we are finally here
Yep.
at our site for the company vacation.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more lah, but thanks Ian. Some heads up would have been good as well. But I guess in all seriousness, we're gonna do a camping episode.
Okay.
We're here at Jalan Bahtera. We are at a campsite, so we're gonna just run through what you should look out for when doing camping on your own. So for those who don't know, I used to be a scout, Cub Scout, Scout, Venture Scout. Dragon Scout. Okay. Shout out to the Dragon Scouts. Okay. But I'm just gonna run through a few things that you need to look out for when setting up a campsite. Then after that, we're gonna pitch our tents, and hopefully we do that before nightfall lah.
Should be fine. We'll manage. We'll manage. I hope.
It did rain a little bit just now, so let's hope it doesn't rain again now. At least until our shelter is up. Okay, so first thing first, we should look out for flat terrain lah. Okay.
So first spot over here. I mean, like this over here. I feel like there's a bit of cushion over here.
Yeah.
How is this?
I personally don't like this because you know you might have like creepy crawlies underneath. You might have an ant nest nearby, you just can't see it.
That is true.
And honestly, like if it's on a slight slope like this, it's also a bit difficult to set up a tentage.
Natural pillow, no?
If it's a one person sleeping on their own, I think it might be fine. But as a like a tentage, it wouldn't really work out lah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's look for other locations lah. Huh?
Okay, so spot number 2, we've got a log over here where you can get a seat.
Actually, if you come closer, you'll notice that this log is kind of like dying, it's rotting all the way inside. So again, I don't want to be camping near to this. Also, if you look at this whole campsite, this is the low-lying area. So if let's say it rains, all the water's gonna flow down here, and this whole area is gonna get muddy lah.
You got free water bed.
Okay. But if you want, you can camp here lah. We're gonna avoid this lah.
Spot number 3, under a tree.
So under a tree you get a natural shelter, which is good.
Yep.
But unfortunately, if you look carefully at this tree, there's like deadfall here.
Yeah.
So it might be good just to avoid this, because while camping you don't want anything to drop on top of you. This seems like a light branch, but you can have heavier things dropping on you lah.
And I see like spider web over here.
Yeah, and and if you look at the ground here also, there's a lot of long grass. So I do worry about, you know, as in snakes are a bit uncommon in these areas, but if you don't want like snakes crawling and you not realizing there's one nearby. Yeah, okay? So let's avoid this place.
Are you able to cook some snake soup or something?
Can, no problem.
Okay.
You catch the snake.
I go and eat snake.
So we're gonna pick this spot. I like this spot the best. Flat terrain, okay? We're not at the low end, we're not on the high ground. Ideally, higher ground would be nicer, but this is good enough. If you look at the ground itself, there's not many stones, pebbles, twigs, all this. So when we set up the tentage, the ground sheet, all that here, when we lie down, it's not going to be too uncomfortable. And then if you look all around us, above, clear skies. So we shouldn't have anything dropping on the tentage or anything like that lah. So this is going to be a perfect site. So let's pitch our tents here before nightfall.
Yes, boss.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so now we're going to put a ground sheet underneath the tentage. Ideally, you want a ground sheet that's the same size as your tentage because you don't want water pooling on it. But we don't have the luxury of that. So we're gonna just put the biggest one and make our campsite on it.
I'm still trying to figure out like which is the top, which is the bottom, where is the left and right. That's all.
So we're not gonna like pack down our tents, we're gonna pack down the ground sheet. So normally your tent will come with some. We got like two-man tents from Decathlon.
Yep.
Okay, it comes with quite a few. We don't have to use all of them, but let's put one in each corner so that we keep the ground sheet as taut as possible. Okay, so let's each do one side, but let's start diagonally. So you do that corner first, I'll do this corner. If you can insert this way into the center. Yeah, don't insert this way, okay? Just pull tight the canvas. Yeah, okay, great. Now we just have to keep it as taut as we can to remove that crease. So you just pull, yeah, just like that. And then same thing, 45 degrees in and all the way in.
So far so good. I mean, brings me back to NS days.
NS days, so luxurious.
I mean, not so luxurious lah, but I mean a little bit of that.
Okay, so we have a few parts. Just want to run through them with you. So this is the tent bag that it came in.
Okay.
So normally you have the poles. Okay, usually it's 2 sets for a simple tent like this.
The 10-piece rod.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Then of course you have your pegs that you will use to hook down the tentage. You will have some lines as well to tie down the sides of the tentage. Later we will show it to you if we are going to do it. Then of course you have the fly sheet that goes over the tentage. This will over your tentage.
So it's a shelter part.
Correct. It
Okay.
provides like protection from the rain.
Right.
Yeah, so when it's not raining, you might remove this just so that there's enough ventilation. Okay, and then we have the actual tentage itself.
Okay.
Okay, so let's open up the tentage and then we assemble the poles and then we should be good to start. Okay, CJ, so you see at the end, right?
Yep.
There's like this part here where you can slot the... You slot the thing, it'll bend,
Okay.
let it bend.
Okay.
Okay, we can just let it drop to the side.
Okay.
And we'll do the same with the other side.
Okay.
So now,
It's coming to shape. Yep.
so usually there's a clip in the center.
Okay.
They can clip both. Two.
Oh, okay.
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 Then the
all-
side clips here.
Yep.
So you just clip the side clips.
Any specific positions that you
No, it'll just flow through it.
Ah, right.
Make it as taut as possible.
Okay.
So as of now, the tent is not waterproof yet.
Yes, it is not waterproof. So usually tents come in different like layers so that you can decide the level of shelter you need. Okay,
Right,
exposure to the elements.
Yeah.
Because like this is very comfortable if you're in a cloudy environment, breezy. But if let's say it's even in a hot environment, it'd be a lot more comfortable. But in a hot environment with the waterproof tarp, the fly sheet on top, it's going to be extremely hot underneath.
Okay.
Yeah. So some people during the sun, when it's sun outside, when it's bright and lit, they'll just remove the tarp.
So this is supposed to be the outside, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So there'll be one side that's the entrance that you can zip up. And also. So what some will do, right, is they will attach this a bit further away, like that, so that you can put your shoes here. Yeah, so this will be like tied down on one side, like that.
Ah, okay.
Okay?
So are all tents roughly the same?
No. The more advanced ones will have many layers, many parts, many sub-compartments. So this one is like one standalone unit. Some of them will have a separate bottom and a separate top. Yeah, so they come in many forms, and each depends on where you're camping, the kind of climate you're camping in. And some people don't even use tentages, they use hammocks. Because it's always off the ground, it's quite safe, easy to set up. You just need 2 trees that are stable. Okay, so we're gonna set up a multi-purpose tent. So we are assembling the poles that will support the tent itself.
Taller than CJ.
A lot of things are taller than me. A lot of people are taller than me. What are you talking about?
So I'll go into the center. You attach the middle.
Okay.
So you're just gonna tie down the corners?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tie down the corners.
So anyway, if Decathlon is interested, can send us a discount code which you could give out to all the viewers and stuff.
Yep.
So forget your instruction manuals. Just refer to our videos will do.
Anything you can ask Prash.
If I remember lah. So I'm just gonna take this down here first. This is just a temporary spot because there's not enough of us.
So like if it's 2 people, how would you set this up?
2 people. Then actually you have to attach everything on the ground.
And then put the middle post up?
Yeah, and then you have to raise the middle post. I'm just gonna put this like that, but later we need to secure it properly.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue holding the pole while they try and tie the things down.
Yeah, then if there's 3 of you, then do diagonals first.
Okay, so Prash, you're an expert. How many times have you done this before?
This is my first time using this tent.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
But I guess the general ideas of tents are not too different.
Yes.
Notice that we have some sort of projector for a fancy background.
To set the mood. Can you imagine the stream right now and you're like making coffee?
You should just use this soundtrack. It's more legitness.
Hey, the coffee smells good, man.
Yeah, man.
Alright, so it's nighttime. We have set up our campsite, and part of making a campsite is to beautify it. This isn't really a hardship camp, so we brought the first world down here to Serimbun. So if you look at our campsite here, we have all the amenities of a first world campsite. We have fairy lights on our campsite. We also have the northern lights in our tentage. So this is camping in the first world. And you can see CJ over there sipping his tea, enjoying the serenity of nature. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do a quick tour of our campsite. It's nighttime right now. We probably do another one tomorrow, but I thought we should share some of the nice sights here because it looks beautiful when it's lit up. Yeah.
Anyway, before you go on a tour, if you've got any better ways of like just illuminating our faces,
Yeah.
any suggestions, please let us know in the comment section.
Yeah, I don't know why we're wearing some like lanterns, like the lantern core or something. Okay, so I guess we can start here. Actually, right, there's usually a lot of bugs in a campsite. So actually down here, I have a mosquito coil. So we put it in this tin canister. You can buy these tin canisters at Beach Road. They'll prevent it from like, the ash falling down and burning stuff, or even the coil like dropping off and burning your campsite down. So this is a great thing you should invest in. Yeah, and you can just leave it hanging and it will just fill the area with the anti-mosquito effect. We had a big table, but Ian forgot to bring it. So we had to use our small table. This is kind of like our cooking station. We just washed all the utensils. We're leaving it to dry here. Then, of course, when we chill, lounge around the area, we have this little table here. CJ, do you want to explain a little bit about
Ian
it?
he didn't forget about the big table. He just foresaw that our porch area wasn't big enough
Oh.
for that big table. But yeah, this is where we did a bit of a preparation for our cooking. Did all the cutting over here. Before that, we also had some coffee over here as well. So just a nice space with especially with the breeze and all, it's really quite comfortable over here lah.
Okay, let's go around. So if you look at our tentage here, we have some fairy lights. Careful the lines, okay? Fairy lights just to illuminate the tentage. Then we actually have this starlight from that my wife bought that for my kid. So we're using it here actually just to illuminate the tentage. So it has this like northern light effect. It looks damn nice from afar. So maybe later Ian will take a video of it from afar. I don't know. Yeah, then as we go around, so this is like our living space area when we're not inside the tentages. Then the tentages are just slightly at the back. Ideally, the tentage should be a bit more forward and inside so that the apex here is inside there. But we just pushed it back because it's not raining lah.
And of course, if it were to rain and the water would start to
Yeah, it will
flow
drip
towards
down
the front.
here. So as long as the apex was inside, it will flow backwards lah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Then of course we have like a huge black ground sheet down on the ground here. Ideally, you should just have a small enough ground sheet that covers just your tentage grounds. Yeah, that way it makes packing up, cleaning up your tent easy, and all you have to do is wipe down the ground sheet. Yeah, you can fold, wipe down, fold again, wipe down, and continue that. Yeah. Then we do have some fancy lighting provided by Ian here. It's basically attracting all the bugs. So you can see all the flies flying around it.
At least they gather there and wouldn't come to us.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Then as we come to this side, this is where all our cooking stuff, we put it aside here. We have a Coleman here, cold drinks. We're keeping our raw food inside here as well. And that's gonna keep it cool because we don't have a refrigerator here. But of course, don't keep raw food for too long. Our ice still hasn't melted, so this igloo box thing has been working pretty well. Yeah.
And of course, we've got the surgical gloves here as well. Because I'm camping with two doctors right here.
Yeah, so I guess it's just to keep everything sterile. So when we're handling food, we're using these gloves lah. Yeah.
This is the first time I'm hearing like the word sterile in terms of cooking.
You don't want to fall sick lah.
Of course.
You don't want to have diarrhea out in the woods. That's really a bad thing. Yeah. Then we have these chairs also. Most of the gear we got it from Decathlon. And it was quite affordable lah, I would say. Decathlon as a starting point for camping is an amazing place. Of course, if you like it, you want to take it further, you've done a few camps with these gear, then you can invest in something a bit more expensive, something that's going to last you a bit more and it's a bit more rugged. Yeah, but for the price we paid, I think these are amazing stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of our campsite. Maybe Ian will do a pan shot later so you can see how our campsite looks like from afar.
Oh yeah, this is a wide shot of our camp.
Yeah, so it looks like there's a moonrise just happening inside our tentage right now. There are like at least 10 other tentages, but it's probably going to look all black to you because it's just completely dark. We might see some of the light sticks glowing in the darkness, but other than that, you don't see it. But when you see our campsite, it's like amazing.
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 And of course, if they've got any question, just feel free to let us know in the comment section, and hopefully we can share as well.
Yep. And please do like this video as well.